Ever wonder if you should eat or not to eat to lose that fat? So stay till the end to find out if you should or should not eat in order to have a healthy, fit physique. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bong, and if you don't know who I am, check out my first video here. And before we dive into the topic of the day, I would like to make an announcement. The winner of the most interesting comment in my first video, which is... Congratulations! I will contact you to grab your information so I can mail it to you soon. And also stay to the end to find out what type of food that burns more calories than the calories contained in the food itself. I believe many of you know there are many types of diet out there and probably have tried a few of them. From zero to no carbs, from low fat to full fat, and probably liquefied meal, which is a form of meal replacement. But I'm not here to pass judgment on them. I'm just here to share what worked for me and for those whom I have coached, with the only side effect of sustainable result, better medical report, a youthful glow, and most of all, better shape. So this diet which I'm talking about is called the metabolic diet. But well, I call it the common sense diet because it is how we all should be eating. It's a little similar to paleo diet, but not quite. As you can see, Paleolithic people, they are actually very active people. Most of them, if not all, they are hunter-gatherers. And we, on the other hand, we sit more than we stand. We move very little and very inactive. And we work in front of computers, and probably when we are home, we are seated in our couch. And that is why we cannot follow paleo diet to the max. So of course, metabolic diet focus more on metabolic health. And why is it important to maintain a good metabolic health? It is very crucial not just to look good. It is very important for other areas in our health as well, especially if you want to prolong your aging process. But we'll discuss more about this metabolic health in another segment, because we are here to talk about how to eat. So with metabolic diet, we practice frequent meal, small portion. And by practicing this type of eating habit, it helps you to boost your fat burning potential. So let's discuss about what will happen if you are not eating enough. First, our body will go into a starvation protection mode. That's because our brain is a super AI and it will do everything it can to protect ourselves from self-harming. And when it detected that you're not feeding it enough, it might think that you are trying to kill it. So it's going to protect the fuel source. And how it does it? It's going to conserve calories, store all the fats, because fats is the fuel for our body. It needs fats to survive. You see, the brain doesn't think that we need muscles to survive. In actual fact, we need muscles to look good and also to move around. And even if we lay paralyzed in bed, we can still survive without those muscles, with just the fats to generate to our cells. So every time you eat, your metabolism rave up for a short period of time. And that's called thermic effects of food, which is caused by the extra calories required to digest, absorb, and process the nutrient in the food. And also by eating frequently, you're actually programming your mind and your body to know that it doesn't have to store food because there is constant refueling. It is reminding the body that food is continually available. So the body doesn't need to stop burning calories and processing food. And what happens every time you miss a meal, you skip that meal, your blood sugar drops and you turn into catabolic phase. And by becoming catabolic, you're actually burning muscles and storing fat. And it is the same case as not eating enough or eating regularly. Your body, because of that low in glucose, it will be craving for that sugar, because there's just not enough glucose to feed the cell. So write down in the comments below if you ever felt blurry, dizzy, or blackout and weakened limbs each time you go too long without any food. And when your blood sugar drops, it is not just a craving that you should be worried about, because there isn't enough glucose to actually get to the brain. And the brain is the organ that suffers most significantly and rapidly each time there's a drop in blood sugar. And it is also very important to prevent that from happening, because when that happens, you'll be in fat storing mode. And we have to prevent that from happening, because it is not just the blood sugar drop that will cause you to have health issues, but because it is in catabolic phase, you are in fat storage mode. And the longer this goes on, the lesser muscles you will retain. And with more fat stored, the worse your metabolic rate is going to be. That's because fat doesn't require energy to move. Free fatty acids are known to cause peripheral insulin resistance, and you don't want that to happen. But we leave that insulin topic for another day. Unlike muscles, they are like hot rods engine. They consume energy to produce contractions. That is why it is important to maintain as much muscle as possible, because they burn energy and fats at the same time. It is important for you to eat frequently so that it can feed your body and your muscles all together. We must focus on thermic effect of food, because it boosts metabolism and burn calories at the same time. And by feeding that muscles, you're actually increasing the muscle mass. And the more muscle mass you have, the higher horsepower your hot rod engine is gonna be. And that will help you to burn calorie and energy faster. So it is important to eat the right food frequently. And by eating the right food, it will help you to burn more calories. And if done correctly, perfectly, it will help you to burn even more fats. And if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, I got that correct, and smash that notification bell so that you'll be prompted the next time I upload a new video. Psst, it will be mind-blowing, because I'm gonna talk about stress management for dieting. So what food contains less calorie than the calorie used to digest them? Have you ever heard of negative calorie food? They are mostly low-calorie vegetables and fruits. But I would choose vegetables over fruits. That's because fruits contain fructose. But not all sugar are bad. But sugar is still sugar, so it is best to keep them in check. Probably a very low amount would be nice. So focus on vegetables. So you may ask, what type of food is considered negative calorie food? I'm going to start with vegetables first. You have celery, carrot, tomatoes, and cucumber. Then comes watermelon, berries. The list goes on and on. You can actually Google them online and to check out what food is considered as negative calorie food. And so you can start adding them into your plate. So like, subscribe, and write down in the comments below if you would try adding negative calorie food into your diet. Take care, stay safe, and see you soon.